guys, this is Soldier Girl, and so this video is gonna be, I'm gonna try to be as informative as I can be. All right. So you are in the process of deciding which program is for you: P90X, Insanity, TurboFire, RevApps. All right. So the number one way to decide which one is for you is based on your goals. And I get this question so much: which one should I do? Which one do I like? All right. It's personal preference. I freaking love P90X. Simple as that. Alright, I love the kick-ass cardio of Insanity. That's why I tend to do the hybrids. Basically, you need to think about what your goals are, what you expect to gain out of a program. And if it's to gain muscle, obviously P90X is the best option for you. If it's to lean out and to tone, maybe Insanity. If you want something fun and something exciting and invigorating, then TurboFire is probably for you. If you don't have a lot of time on your hands, maybe 10-minute trainer is for you. So you kind of have to decide based on what your goals are, which program you should do. Alright? You basically need to establish some goals. Okay, what do you expect to accomplish?
Mom, could you blindfold me?
What do you expect to accomplish? Okay, what do you want? What's your goal? Okay, so if your goal is to gain muscle, lose weight, preferably fat, let's see what else. You might want to
tone harder.
You might
want
to
be telling my mouth.
You're not your David. I don't know. You're gonna suffocate.
No, it wants to be on my mouth.
There. Whether you want to lose weight, gain muscle, tone up, whatever your goal is, to increase your stamina, to work on your cardiovascular system, whether it be to lower your blood pressure, whether it be to freaking lower your resting heart rate. Scale type victories out there. It's not even funny. All right, so it's more than just. It could be more than just losing weight or gaining muscle. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other factors. You want to look good. You want to feel better. You want to freaking move around and not be exhausted. You don't want to go up a flight of stairs and feel like you're gonna fucking die. You know? So whatever your goal is, you write that down. Okay? Break it down into your increments. All right? Exactly how do you plan to accomplish your goal? What exactly is it that you're going to do? Alright, if this program is what you're going to do, then it's going to consist of you working out 6 days a week, okay, for at least an hour. So that's what you're going to write down. As far as anything else, as far as eating, what are you going to do? Maybe you need to drink more water. Maybe you drink a lot of alcohol. Maybe you need to cut down on that. Maybe you smoke. Maybe you need to cut down on that. If you're not doing an actual program, maybe you want to start off with 4 days a week. All right. So whatever your goal is, you need to basically write down how you plan to achieve your goal. All right. So once you've done that, all right, let's say you've already ordered the program, whatever, you're waiting for it to come. All right. And this is what you're doing while you're waiting for it to come. All right. You also want to make sure that you take pictures. And is there 5 or 6 signature poses that you want to take? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then you could do the other side, 7. I think that was it. Alright, so those are the poses. You take your pictures, you do your measurements. Okay, measurements and pictures, honestly, we'll say are the most important thing, even more so than weighing yourself. But I know most people do weigh themselves. Measure at your bicep for your arms, measure at your chest, nipples, measure at your belly button, for your waist, your thighs, okay, and then your hips, which I usually do hips down there, but hips are actually up here. Alright, some people will measure their wrists and their ankles and their neck. I don't think it really matters. I think if everything else is going down, I think obviously your neck is going to freaking get smaller, and you don't need to measure your wrist or your ankles. I don't do that. Make sure that you're mentally and physically ready. A lot of you guys are doing it, and you watch a couple videos and you get pumped and you're motivated and you go and you order it before you even think about it. Alright, be mentally ready, be physically ready to do the program, because it's not easy, but yet it is doable. So I feel like my head is just exploding right now with all these things that I want to talk about. So that you go grocery shopping, that's so important. A lot of people miss that, and they just think about the physical part of it, which is ordering the program and doing the workout. But you know what? You have to be prepared in the kitchen. That is the most important thing, you know? You can do the workouts all you want, but if you're not, you can get much better results if you eat right. Okay, so make sure that you go grocery shopping at least a week or a week and a half or so. If you can do two, do 2 weeks of food to make sure that you have everything you need and you have a plan and you're ready. Alright, because the last thing you want to do is jump out first and you're not ready. Alright, and so you're just going to sabotage yourself, you know, and back yourself into a corner of sorts, because now you went to work, you didn't bring lunch, and now you're forced to go get a Big Mac or whatever. Prepare your own meals. I say that's the best way to measure what exactly is going into whatever it is you're eating. Prepare your own meals. If you can do 5 days, I have some videos up where I prepared my meals for 5 days in advance. Alright, you guys can check those videos out. In 5 days in advance. So make sure that you're packing your lunches and you're taking everything that you need to work, whether it be, like for me, example wise, I take breakfast to work. Well, I have Shakeology for breakfast most days. On my off days, I usually cook something for me and my son, just to kind of, you know, bonding time or whatever. And so, but for most days, I have Shakeology for breakfast, which I usually drink on my way to work, and I take 2 snacks and I take my lunch. So I basically take 4 meals to work. And so when I get home, all I have to eat is dinner and maybe an optional 3rd snack, depending on what time I eat dinner. Some of you guys might want to start food journals. I find that that's helpful. People might want to take pictures of their food. I've done that as well. People will plan their meals ahead of time so that they don't have to think about what they're going to have. People will prepare their meals. I have done that in the past too. I'll prepare my meals for 5 days in advance, so I don't have to think about it. Either you can freeze it or you can just refrigerate it. I say research it as much as you can, alright, for starters. That was the first thing that I did, is I researched it. I went to YouTube. I wanted to see real freaking people like me doing the program. I wanted to see real results, you know, before I actually ordered it, alright. So do your research, alright. There's so many people that do videos. I have a few up myself, more than a few up, of me actually doing the workout, so that you guys can see exactly what it is that you're doing. Because I just had someone send me a message the other day that she was bored with P90X after a week, and so you really need to give yourself, for starters, give yourself the time. But before you do that, research it, and you see exactly what you're going to be doing, what the workouts consist of, so you're not surprised or you're not shocked, or you don't have to feel like you just wasted your money. Alright, someone else ordered another program and realizes it's a lot of jumping and You're upstairs, you have an upstairs apartment, maybe it's not the best thing for you unless you have an alternate place to do your workouts at. So research it first before you guys invest your money into it, so that you're not shocked or surprised at the workout and it's like, well dude, I can't do this. Or insanity, a lot of jumping around, a lot of impact on your knees, on your joints. So that's not a workout that's good for someone who has issues with their hips or their joints. Alright, so research it first, because I don't want you guys going out there and spending your money in the program and then you're realizing that it's not for you, that you can't do it. Know this, that pretty much most of the products, the Beachbody products, are going to be 6 days a week, at least an hour workouts. Alright, so expect that. Alright, a lot of people don't have a lot of time to work out. If you can't do the workouts, honestly, we would like to say just get through as much of it as you can until you can eventually do more and more of the workout. As far as things that you'll need for the program, it all depends on you and what you can financially afford. With P90X, you'll need bands. For starters, I'll say at least bands, because the dumbbells can get pretty expensive. I bought mine during the whole process between round 1 and here we are, and I think the last weights that I bought was probably 30s, and I bought those in around, I want to say maybe 4 or 5, alright, and I started off with 5s and 10s, alright, so I say you could probably kick it with some bands. You know, the bands are really good for some people. They have a lot of good success and results with the bands. Me personally, I'm not a band person, I'm a dumbbells. I want to feel the freaking weight, and so I buy the dumbbells. You can use the bands for the pull-ups as well. Alright, so you don't have to go out and buy dumbbells and a pull-up bar. You can just get the bands and use that for now until you feel like you need to do a little bit more, then you could try, maybe go out and purchase an inexpensive pull-up bar and see how you do. Use the chair, you guys. So many people, I can't do a pull-up. How long did it take you to do a pull-up? And disappointed because they can't do a pull-up. You know what I'm saying?
Excuse me, Mom. That little kid made a magic trick.
He did.
Just made me disappear.
He made you disappear?
Yeah.
So why are you over here?
Because I was under the blanket things.
Make sure that you use a chair if you feel that you need to, alright? Don't be disappointed in what you cannot do, alright? Don't expect to be able to do every single thing that Tony Horton and the crew do, alright? Work at your own pace, do what you can, and own it. As simple as that. If all you can do in the app ripper, if all you can get through is 12 reps of each one, you freaking own that 12 reps, because guess what? That's something you didn't do yesterday. Alright, and every time you do the workout, do maybe 1 more, 2 more, until you're eventually doing 25 reps. And it might take you 10 weeks. Hell, it might take you 13 weeks to do 25 reps. But you know what? Like I said before, own it, because it's yours. And it's something you couldn't do the day before. Give yourself credit where credit is due. Alright? And don't give yourself credit where it's not due. If you're only freaking kicking out 3 workouts out of 6, don't be surprised at the end of 90 days and you're not where you want to be. Alright? So, put the work in and you will have some amazing results. Do the best you can with the diet. I never followed the diet. I kind of did my own little thing with it. And it worked out for me. Keep push and play, you guys, every single day. Don't make up excuses. Even if it's not P90X and you decide to do something else on your own where you're doing a ratio between cardio and resistance training, just keep push and play with it. You know what I'm saying? And eventually you're going to see results and you're going to get to where you want to be. And it may not take you 90 days and it may not take you 60 days. Eventually get there with time. Just keep push and play. Stay consistent and stay positive. Alright? I'm going to leave it there. I hope this helps some of you guys. I'm hoping this wasn't too long for you guys. I'm going to try to probably chop it up if I can. And I will see you guys on another day of the X in hybrid. Later, guys.